Which is the biggest cryptocurrency that is going around today? Is it Ethereum? Is it Bitcoin? No, it is Solana. Solana promises to be the fastest cryptocurrency available in today's day and age, and it promises to be the biggest Ethereum killers. Now, to name a few other Ethereum killers, there is Polkadot, there is Tron or Cardano, but Solana promises to overthrow Ethereum and all other competitors in a very convincing manner. Solana has been backed up by a popular cryptocurrency exchange, that is FTX, and if you are a regular in the cryptocurrency world, you know that FTX is founded by Sam Bankman, who is the youngest cryptocurrency billionaire of the world. Leave aside the youngest cryptocurrency billionaire of the world, he is also amongst the top 3 billionaires of the world as far as cryptocurrency investing is concerned. Now you'll be thrilled to know that the other co-founder of this particular project of Solana is an Indian. Raj Gokul is the co-founder of Solana. Now, for any cryptocurrency to be at the top, it needs to be really fast, and one measure to understand or know the speed of any cryptocurrency is transactions per second, that is TPS. Now, Ethereum has got a very low TPS, which is around 15 transactions per second. To give you an idea, Visa and MasterCard transact around 25,000 transactions per second today. Talking about the Ethereum killers, Polkadot and Tron transact around 1,000 transactions per second. But Solana promises to transact around 65,000 transactions per second. Now this is really huge, and that is why it promises to be the fastest cryptocurrency known today. There's also something called as gas fees. Gas fees is the fee which any user, just like you and me, need to pay to the miner of that cryptocurrency so that his or her transaction is executed quickly. Now, when there is a huge blockage in the blockchain, Ethereum sometimes charges around 15 to 20 US dollars for one transaction as the gas fee. Polkadot or Tron or Cardano on an average charge around 1 US dollars as gas fee, but Solana promises to charge just 0.0015 US dollars per transaction as gas fee. So this is really low as far as Solana is concerned, and that is why it is making the buzz in the cryptocurrency, and it is thought to be the future of cryptocurrency. Ethereum is solving the problems of low TPS and high gas fees by various tools such as sharding, proof of stake, but Solana is in no mood to go back 3 or 4 years ago and adopt proof of stake. Now, if you don't know what is proof of stake and what is proof of work, we have already discussed this on this channel itself. I'll put the link in the description. You can have a look because it is something which you should know in detail, and discussing the same thing over here might take a lot of time, which would be out of the scope of this episode. So proof of stake is an old pattern, but Solana wants to go one step ahead, and they are relying on proof of history, that is POH. Now, what is this proof of history? POH has been designed by former employees of companies like Google, Intel, Microsoft, and you name it. So the best minds of the best technology firms of the world have come together, and they have designed proof of history to solve the problems of the earlier proof of stake. Proof of stake was a pattern was a way of working, in fact, in which it was like a lottery system, and any of the miner could be selected to do a certain task, which is an algorithmic task, and they have to solve the complex mathematical equation so that one block of that cryptocurrency is generated. But in the case of proof of history, it is something different. What is proof of history? We'll come to that very soon, but before that, let's discuss the concept of the blockchain trilemma. This word, blockchain trilemma, was introduced by Vitalik Buterin in which he said that 3 characteristics are most important for any cryptocurrency to function well. The first one is decentralization, the second one is scalability, and the third is security. But according to Vitalik Buterin and according to his blockchain trilemma, he said that you can scale up or improve on any of the 2 out of these 3 aspects. You cannot develop or improve on all the 3 aspects at once. But proof of history solves this trilemma. As per the working of proof of history, you can have a good decentralized system, as well as a scalable system, as well as a secure system, all 3 of them at the same time. Now there is something called as adding a new block to the blockchain, and that also requires a lot of time. So earlier, when proof of work was adopted, it took 10 minutes for the Bitcoin blockchain to add 1 new block. Similarly, it took around 15 seconds for the Ethereum network to add a new block. Now this is really not what is expected if you think about scalability and security. But when proof of work was discarded and the entire cryptocurrency mining went on the proof of stake principle, at that time the transactions per second in the case of Ethereum was increased from 15 to around 1 lakh transactions per second. But I'm talking about transactions per second. What about the new block time? The new block time reduced from the earlier 15 seconds to just 12 seconds. I mean, the reduction in the adding of a new block was reduced by just 3 seconds, from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. And this is not enough. If you want to compare the blockchain system with today's internet and the speed of the internet, we want something which is really fast, if not as good as the internet, at least comparable to that. With the help of proof of stake, the transactions per second increased, but the block time did not increase, and hence proof of history once again came to the rescue, and it reduced the block time as well along with the transactions per second. So before we understand what is proof of history, let's understand timekeeping. In today's stock exchanges where we trade on the National Stock Exchange or the Bombay Stock Exchange, we know that the timekeeping is done by the exchange itself, right? We don't have our own time. If it's 12 PM on the Bombay Stock Exchange, that is the time that you follow. So timekeeping is done by them. But in the field of cryptocurrency or in the field of blockchain, there is no such central authority because it is a decentralized system. So who will be managing or doing the timekeeping for us? This was the big question, and hence again proof of history came to the rescue. Using cryptography, a proof of passage of time was created. I repeat, a proof of passage of time. You can imagine, like if a man is walking from one corner of the street to the other, each and every frame by frame is recorded, and that is how you maintain the proof of passage of time in the blockchain network, which is also called as proof of history. So this is done cryptographically so that no central authority is required and decentralization works for it. Proof of history uses a mathematical function which requires 0.4 seconds to give results. Hence, cryptographically, you can understand that for each and every block to be added in the blockchain, it will require just 0.4 seconds. So earlier, if Ethereum required 12 seconds to add a new block, in the case of proof of history, it will need only 0.4 seconds. But Ethereum is not on proof of history now. It is Solana. So Solana is taking the advantage of proof of history. It is making the block time really fast, as well as the TP, the transactions per second, is also increasing. So Solana is scalable. It is really fast as well. And using the Moore's principle, they do not have to change their architecture for increasing the speed. This is again which is very unique in the case of Solana. We talked about speed, that the transactions per second is really fast and it is very close to that of the internet today. Serum is the first app to be developed on the blockchain of Solana. Now, how this app works is that they have an order book. So developing a decentralized app which works on the principle of an order book or follows an order book is possible only and only because of a low block time and higher transactions per second. ODS, which was once developed on the blockchain of Ethereum, has moved to the blockchain of Solana. Ethereum has also introduced the principle of an Ethereum bridge, due to which most of the apps can move from Ethereum as their blockchain provider to any other blockchain provider. As in this case, we said that ODS moved from Ethereum to Solana. So this principle of Ethereum bridge tells us that both Solana and Ethereum can coexist. So though Solana promises to be the Ethereum killer, but such principles in which Ethereum is creating a bridge so that all the other apps can coexist in this community of dApps, that is decentralized apps. So this is all about Solana. Should you buy Solana? That is the big question, right? Obviously, yes. You should have a good chunk of your portfolio in Solana because it is a utility cryptocurrency. It is not just a peer-to-peer cash transaction system or an electronic transfer system just like Bitcoin is, right? It is something which is going to develop and it is going to provide smart contracts which will be the future, and that is the way the world is going to move ahead from here on in a decentralized virtual world. So Solana promises to be that big name maybe after 5-10 years, just like Ethereum is today. Maybe we have the next Ethereum in Solana. That's it in today's episode, friends. If you found value out of this episode, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, and show your love in whichever way you feel comfortable with. Thank you for giving your valuable time. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe because that helps YouTube to know that people are liking this channel and these videos. Thank you, and I'll be seeing you again.